Hi traders, it's Monday morning, the 2nd of June. We're about 15 minutes after 8 o'clock, the New York Open, and I have a chart up on the Aussie Canadian. I am watching for a long. We have a 15-minute MOF in play, and this is a very high time frame setup. Looking at my weekly chart, the are in an uptrend, made a series of higher highs and higher lows, and have now made a deep retrace back to a trend line that I had marked, and price action indicating a stall on the weekly chart. When I go down to my hourly chart, which is a primary chart as a day trader, price is rejecting at this level. Has made several candles up, coming back down. There is a hourly slingshot in play to the short. So I'm watching as that plays out and see if we get some steadying of price. On the 15-minute chart, we show that price is moving higher. We have a higher high, higher low, and we have price holding around this level, around 1,050. So I'm watching here on very small time frame for a potential long into the Aussie Canadian. Here's my 2-minute. We have a MOF on the 2-minute, and I'm just watching for a band touch. The price started moving pretty rapidly, so I'm watching on the 1-minute now. I'm in this trade at 1,051 with a 7-pip stop, which is down around this pink line. Price is up 10 pips and moving well. Since I entered this trade, price very rapidly moved up 20 pips. If it had gone one more pip to 21, I would have had 2/3 of this trade off, but it didn't. So I still am unscaled, and it is moving back up and challenging this prior high. So I'm just watching to see what it does around this level. Just to review the high time frames on this, here's our weekly, making higher highs, retracing down, with a price stalling inside this large bearish candle. On the daily chart, we have price stalling and then moving up and closing above the 8, so I'm into the daily trend. Here's our 4-hour, and on the 4-hour you can see some bottoming, price making a higher high, and then coming back deep in and reversing at this point, which is where my entry is. Here we are on the 15-minute, and back to the 1-minute, just accumulating here around 100.70 area. We are breaking higher. Something that I did notice was that this close was higher than that prior close. And now we're breaking higher from that, so I'm up over 20 pips now on this trade, and I'm just going to watch it on the 1-minute. Once I have 21 pips, a 1 to 3, that's a nice chunk of change for me, a nice return, and I'll be trying to protect that without cutting off my opportunity. This is a swing setup, primarily off of the weekly chart. And actually some look at the monthly chart, so it could go much further. I take it in pieces. I'll be watching this chart throughout the next few weeks, and if I can get an optimum entry and stay in and write it up, that's great, but if not, I'm happy to take pieces off of it at 1 to 2.5 to 1.4, something like that. Here's how we're looking on the 15-minute chart now. As taught by Calvin Thornley, my trades are all very simple. They're trend trades, momentum trades, using the 2 patterns that I've learned from Calvin, the slingshot and the MOF. That's all we do. We trade pure slingshot, pure MOF. We don't look to any other setups and use slingshot and MOF as confirmation or ancillary. That would cut off way too many of our opportunities to consistently make profits and attractive returns on our account day after day. Price is at 10073 area, and I have my stop moved in now
to 10069, which would lock me in at minimum 2.5. I'm over 1 to 3 risk reward on this particular trade where it is now. I'm hoping to take price a little bit above the figure, and I'll be watching what it does around the 1009 level. This is pure and simple a MOF trade, trading into immediate trend, into the daily trend bias. Darren has taken over the training for Calvin. He trades exactly like Calvin does. He's doing an awesome job with the webinars, and we are seeing the traders who are participating in that, many of them taking their trading to a new level of consistency and higher risk on their trades. I've moved my stop again, and this locks in 1 to 3 minimum. My stop was hit, so I'm out at 1 to 3 on this trade.